Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel for another fishing adventure with 10LA Small Town Angler. So today I got a guest with me today. His name's Derek. So we're going to be doing today. I met him the other day at one of the local parks around here, and you know, we just got to talking about fishing and stuff. He says he's newly getting into it. He's just something he really wants to kind of pursue and really get more into and learn a lot of things around. So we set up a time to meet and come out and go fishing, and he said he hasn't caught a bass yet. He's been fishing and trying different things and stuff like that. So so I just offered him to to maybe kind of show him just some things that I know that's been working for me and that helps him, and mainly just help him go out and catch some bass today. So that's pretty much kind of the goal for today. Is just like always, go out and have fun, and to get him on some bass and get him to catch his first bass and just have a great time. And we almost had one just right there. He just missed him. Just cast right back the same way that you did, and that's awesome. He's already getting on a bite this morning, so that's good. On the water, let's get to it. Nerves.
Blew up on it.
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just keep.
That ever happened to me, dude? That's
crazy. Just keep doing this. Remember, just do the same thing that you were doing, and he ought to be right around that area still. They're probably, like I said, they'll push these bait fish and stuff up, and they'll cruise these bank lines for bait. So. If you can always adjust your brake. Do you know how to adjust the brakes and stuff on your reel?
Not really. I'm kind of learning it as I
go. Okay. When you get that one in, I'll show you. So I was telling him, like to do with these poppers. Is my preferred popper is a Rebel. The Rebel Pop R's, either the Magnum or just the regular Pop R. And so when I cast out there, I like to just kind of try to get right on the bank and cast, and I'll just kind of do a 1, 2, 3 and pause. And that's what's been working for me. And I'll get real close to the bank and just repeat that technique all the way to the end of the retrieve, and then cast out again, but a little bit further off the bank the next cast. And I'll do that about 3 times. So I'll go out, probably end up about maybe 5 or 6 feet off the bank, and then I'll go ahead and move down. Go ahead and move a little further down, whichever direction I may be fishing that day or at that time. And that's a technique with the popper that's always seemed to work well for me. And so he just had a blow up, had a miss. And I was telling him earlier, like with these techniques and stuff here, you can take them and adjust them to your style of fishing and what works for you. So if something's working for you, shoot, I mean, keep doing it.
Thanks for helping me, man.
No, it's not a problem, man. I know it's definitely nice, like to kind of just have like a kind of a starting point when you're not quite too sure where to start at.
Yeah.
Well, if you're more comfortable casting to the left, we can walk down and work this way.
Yeah.
That way you can at least kind of just get it down better. Then you can it's going to be the same thing casting either way.
Yeah.
It's just getting used to cast. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's going to pretty much just be the same idea. You're just going to flip everything.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll walk down and then work our way this way. And sometimes I like to try, like when I'm walking down the banks, I'll keep up off the bank just a little bit, because the fish, even with water like this, they can see you. If you spook them, sometimes if they see you, they won't have that. Especially like real clear water, you'll see the bass until I put a bait right in front of them, they won't be interested in it. But if they didn't see you, if you're away from there, they'll hit it. It's crazy. Just, you know, cast real close to the bank and retrieve it in, and then cast a little further out from the bank, and just, you know, repeat the same thing.
Okay.
Sometimes, like if you can get it, if you notice when they're popping up, if you can get it right there with them, you know, there's occasions like, you know, because especially if there's a school of them, you know, you'll have one come up and pop it, but not always. But yeah, definitely if you see them blowing up, if you can cast around, you know, cast in the line of their blowing up, or, you know, in the area that they've been blowing up at, you know, you gotta get in there kind of quick though, because it's kind of a short window. So, because once they push, you know, kind of get a little school of bait fish, push to wherever they want it, they're going to feed there. But it's still going to move. They're going to be chasing that bait.
Yeah.
Do a little bit softer on your pop, and a little bit quicker in between. There you go, just like that. Perfect. And then pause on that, you know, on that third one. Just like that, man. That's perfect. We'll move a section down now. I usually go to where about the end of where I've been casting, and then start from there. And it's, you know, it's kind of just work your way around.
Oh my. You kidding me?
Practice. And sometimes, see, I got a smaller bait on. You know, a lot of times, a lot of bass, especially the bigger bass, they're gonna prefer that bigger bait. So with me being a little bit further out, that might, you know, attract some bass in, but they're probably more likely to go for that bigger bait there. I know with me sometimes, like, so when I'm casting, there you go. Them adjustments working for you, or is it making it cast a little off, or?
No, it's actually working really good.
Okay. I know with me sometimes, like, so when I'm casting, there you go. Same thing. Try to get on the, see where the ground kind of comes out just a little bit. Get just a little past that little point kind of.
Like right there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where the land just kind of comes out a little bit more. Because even like little stuff like that, where it comes out and like them reeds right there, bass like that stuff. You know, anything kind of like with change in the land, bass like to be on stuff like that. There you go. Under that chair there.
Oh my.
Oop.
Dude. I don't know why, but I always get nervous with trebles because I'm always getting snagged, so I feel like.
Oh yeah, well there's not really anything to snag on out here that we can't get it back, so.
Sorry, man.
It's okay. It's all part of it. I used to get hung up all the time. I still get hung up sometimes. Nothing on this one, we'll go put a different bait on. All right, so what we're doing now, we're gonna go ahead and switch to some soft baits, use some worms here, some trick worm style. It's gonna be the Slim Shake. So the way I like to rig these is a little bit different. A lot of people like to use, you know, use a shaky head. So you just tie that on your line, you know, hook the nose of your bait, run it up, and then hook it back into your bait. So what I'm doing here, what I like to do, a way that I started doing this that I think gives it really good action, is this way here. I'll show y'all. So I put a bobber stop on, put my weight, and I tied like this, I guess you can just say like a kind of straight hook, but it's got this little keeper here. I can't remember the exact name of that style of hook. I'll go ahead and run my bobber stop down. Just leave a little gap there. Natural color. that's been working for me quite well. It's gonna be some green pumpkin here. Just hook it through the nose here, just like you would using a shaky head hook. I'm gonna try to stay as center as possible. Let's run the bait up. Like mark where your hook's gonna go in at, and then I'll go just a hair past that, and just put it in there just like that. And that's how I rig up my shaky heads or any kind of style trick worm. We'll throw them on the shaky head. I mean, you're gonna hook it the same way. You hook it through the nose, and then run it up over this little keeper here, and then hook it back into your bait. Now you can either go ahead and push your hook all the way through, and then just pull your bait back over it. But I like to go ahead and just stick it in my bait, and don't expose it through. And I still have a real good hookup ratio doing it that way. And so what this does is that I've realized the way I got it rigged up right here, it really lets the bait stand up just like that in the water, and that tail will float there every time. It would stay there. It won't really rock, but it just stay just like that in the bottom there, and keep that tail kind of hanging up off the bottom. So that's the way I've rigging these up, and it's really been working for me well. So I'm gonna stick with that. All right, so we went ahead and switched up baits from top water. And then you throw a little bit more finesse presentation here. We're gonna both throw in the same the shaky head, the slim shake worm. So how I like to work my slim shakes, or any kind of trick worm really. Just kind of get it out there, let it hit bottom. Then get it where you feel that tension on your line. Yeah, so just sink, and then where you slack to where you feel that tension in your tip. You'll feel just a little bit of weight on your tip. You feel that weight on your tip? Mm-hmm. Now just do this. What I like to do is just light movements of your tip. See I'm not moving I'm just moving the tip of my rod. And I'll pull this down so I can show y'all too. So I'll just barely kind of like little pops of the tip of my rod, real soft. That way, what your bait's doing is it's on the bottom, sitting like that, and this is just kind of doing this, on the bottom there. Always kind of have a slight little pause in between little pops, just to keep that keep the nose right in the bottom there. And then I'll pretty much keep my hand and my rod in the same spot, and just move my wrist up and down, and I'll just do it slightly, maybe like a ½ inch to 1.5 inches of movement, and I'll just repeat it, and I'll slowly reel in. Okay. Ooh, I missed them too. Dang, they're just barely grabbing it.
Yeah, they're just nibbling on the top of it.
Yeah, so we need to wait just to getting excited, being excited and stuff like that. Definitely kind of like a happy trigger. Get a happy hook set. Yeah, man, you just keep working that, and you'll find that feel that once you get that feel for it.
Oh, you're biting so lightly.
Maybe brim. Could be bass though. Got him. There you go. Oh, little brim.
Yeah, it was. Playing with me.
All right, we'll try one more section here, then we'll go over there.
Okay.
And then try that. If not, then we'll go to a different spot. That's it sometimes. throw in a different color here. Yep, there we go. There's one. Come over here. Cast out there the same area I was at. Good luck. Thanks, bud. Yeah, just cast out. Get over here and just cast straight out. And what I was doing, I was keeping my rod tip kind of straight up in front of me and just kind of just slowly doing those little pops.
Yeah.
And then reeling the slack in.
He's getting me today, man. Got bit again.
I got into him pretty bad one day. That's not just takes a lot of grinding. Really, you know, just casting and casting, kind of working in the area and move down a little bit. And sometimes it can just be, sometimes it can just be the slightest, you know, a few feet over. Got him. Stay down, buddy. Woo! Yes. Come here. Let's go a little bit to the left of me and cast straight out from there. Kiss for good luck. Thanks, buddy. There he goes. Now I'm just sitting there, and what I'm doing, I'm real slow. Just real slow. And that's what they're keying off of. He's flung my bait, that bait somewhere. I have to go get another one, but I was wanting to just try to pick that one up if I find it. All right, so we decided to come out to another spot. It's a little bit smaller pond, and I feel it's like it's a little bit easier to fish, especially when it's getting hotter throughout the day. Here, it's still pretty deep pond here. I'm not sure how deep, but I know there's some really good fish here. So I wanted to go ahead and just move location because I know that other tank over there is this place I'm still learning how to fish myself. And you know, it's quite a bit bigger of water, bigger body of water, so the fish can really kind of get out there and get out deep as it's getting hotter. So it's be definitely a lot harder to get a bite. And so, and today's, one of today's main goals is to get Derek on his first bass. So we went ahead and just got to come out to this this spot here. And this spot here has also got a lot of different, it's got some cover, it's got some, it's got laydowns and stuff to fish around. There's a lot of them bass love cover and love structure and love shady areas, especially when it gets hot. You know, something for them to get up under and stay under and get cool, to stay in that cooler water. Along with, going to deeper water. So we're just going to be kind of fishing the same thing here, some soft baits. Still this little trick worm here. Also, I want to go over is a ribbon-tailed worm here, a ribbon-tailed style worm, and then try to pay attention to like what's going on. So if I start seeing like a lot of top water activity and a lot of seeing bait running or seeing fish. Because you can see the wakes the fish are making and stuff. If I see a lot of that going on, I'll go ahead and that, or I'll move to a little bit faster moving bait. So that would be a lipless crank, rail trap, or a spinner. While they come out here, this place has got a pretty good top water morning bite too.
Oh, woo! Sorry, bro.
That's all right. That's part of fishing. It's not like when you get a bite like that and you miss them right there. If you catch just a little bit past that and work your bait back by them, a lot of times that fish is kind of still right there.
Just waiting.
And you can kind of get that bait, catch that bait just a little bit past where you were and bring it back by there. And they'll, a lot of times they'll hit it again. If you get like right here and cast in between that little last post coming up in between those two, kind of cast right in front of that, right before that, and just work it this way. There ought to be a bass sitting over there somewhere. Got one?
Oh yeah.
He's got one.
Woo!
There we go. That's awesome.
Dude, that was crazy. He was running with it. I could feel him.
Yeah. Now since you kind of got the feel for that.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, there you go. Now these little ones here, especially when you're using treble hooks, always be sure to have a pair of pliers on you. And when you grab a hold of them, grab them good. Usually just want to grab them just like that. If you grab them kind of by their gill plates, and hold their gill plates, typically they can't move.
Okay.
So if you grab them like that, that way, especially with treble hooks, because you don't want your finger in there.
It hook you.
And when they start wiggling around, especially, yeah, it can be pretty.
Grab one like this.
Yeah, and just keep a good tight fit. Especially the smaller bass are the worst ones. They really, they're real quick, and that's when they can kind of sling or stick you with a hook. Because I've already been hooked once. That's a pretty good little bass there.
Can you take a photo for me?
Yep. That's not a bad little bass for first one.
Yeah, that's not bad. He was running. I could see him. I felt him. And he was just, and I was like,
yep.
Got him.
There you go. Now, like I said, once you get that first feel for it,
Yeah, no,
it'll start coming in. Yeah.
He was biting, and then it was like, what just happened? And then
Yep.
I saw the line moving, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Yep.
That was pretty awesome. That was a bad cast too. I cast in the trees and everything.
Tell you, sometimes that's the ones that get them. That's awesome, man.
That's pretty cool. I never caught one, man.
You were working that worm whenever he bit. Just, you know, work it that same way.
I already got another bite.
All right, had to go grab my other GoPro there real quick. First one there died on me. Hey, if you want to throw one of these lipless cranks on, I think we'll probably get a little more, get some more bites on them. Let's stick that out in my pocket. You can just fit it in that box.
Which one would you recommend?
A color that's been working real well for me. See this red, I mean, that's a good crawl color. It's getting a little bit later in the summer. You don't really see a whole lot of crawfish. Right now, I haven't seen any. But this color here, it's got a little bit darker. It's a little bit darker, but it's also kind of got that natural presentation to it.
Yeah.
So I'll throw that one. That's one, I've caught a lot of fish off that one this summer so far. Pull it, and stop, and stop. So it's kind of like I'll burn it, and stop, and stop. And that, and then that's the way that I've been fishing, that I've got most of my bites, you know, majority of my bites off of fishing with these baits is just kind of a burning it and stopping. And you can change up how fast you're bringing it in. You can, you know, you can start off working it one way and then just kind of change it up until you find out what the fish are, what they're keying off of.
Yeah.
Usually I'll like to throw more of a, because usually when they're sitting on that cover, they're going to be pretty tight to it. There's not many, especially, I think there's like one.
Yeah.
Got him?
Oh, I got one.
Woo, that's a good one. Speed. Oh, shoot. Got him, got him.
Oh, shit.
Got him.
Holy shit. I was about to dive in there, dude. No, I was about to dive in there.
That's a good bass. Let me go grab that scale. Let me grab that scale real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Woo. All right, zero it out. I got it. Take a guess, what do you think?
4.5.
Not gonna be quite that high.
No?
2 pounds and 15
Oh, wow,
ounces. 4 pound bass is pretty big.
Really?
That's not bad though, man. That's good. That's almost 3 pounds.
I can't believe they're that big for only 3 pounds. Dude, that's crazy. That's massive.
I knew the moving baits, that was going to be the thing. There you go. That's awesome. New PB.
Seriously. I don't even care about getting wet right now, dude.
And then just let them. There you go. There she goes.
Holy crap.
Awesome.
Dude. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was wild.
That is sweet.
I can't believe it's that big for how little of weight.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, like a 3-pound bass is a big bass. That was a big bass.
I just cast it straight out. I
Yep.
reeled it straight in.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit, like there's like a shallow spot right here, and it's a little bit deeper. You know, I've just been noticing, I was noticing a lot of fish kind of running, so I was like, oh, I think we need to throw some loopless cranks on some moving baits.
How's that?
Try the other side now. That's awesome, man. Huh? Oh, I got a Gatorade in the car.
Oh yeah.
Bug in my ear. Bug in my earlobe.
Oh man, this is perfect. Seems like it's deep over here.
Yeah, I mean, this is right here is where I caught that 3-pounder. He's a little over 3. All right, got another one. Not a real big guy, but you know, fish is a fish, and it's still fat, healthy little bass there. GoPro had, but yeah, man, it's been a great day. He's caught his first fish today. He's caught a little smaller one, and then turn around and catch almost 3-pounder, 2 pound, 15 ounces. That's awesome. We just caught this little guy here. It's good luck. Getting back in. Whoa! He's ready to go. That's awesome.
Pretty good. I knew you were gonna get him with that soft plastic, dude.
Yeah, I figured why.
With the
Throw it over. That's a little bit slower. Yeah, it's like part of the hottest part of the day. It's 2:19 right now.
Dang.
Got him. Got another one. Oh yeah.
Dang, man.
Woo! That's a big one. Take it easy, take it easy. Let him fight a little bit. Let him fight. Keep pressure. Holy crap. Keep pressure on him. Keep pressure on him. Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Dang. That's what I'm talking about.